fast, stuffing them shits in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just trying to be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Hey guys, there's a tie. Ohio State and Georgia share the third spot. That's the first tie in the top three since 2015. And as I said, Saturday night on ESPN, number 7 Florida at number 5 LSU in Death Valley. And Pollock and the folks on College Game Day will be in the house for that one. So guys, let's discuss this top 10. What do you make of the fact that there's a tie at 3, Pollock?
It's stupid. Why do we have a tie? especially when we have a tie at 3 and then it goes to 5. That always annoys me. Like who cares? Well, who's 4 then? I mean, I don't get the tie thing. I don't really care. You know, it doesn't really matter now. But I don't get the tie thing. But why is Ohio State so low? I don't understand why Ohio State's 3. What have you not seen from Ohio State yet?
I don't know what they saying. Ohio State dominate at the gate. They took care of everybody. They played. They beat the ranked teams that they supposed to be in the top spot. I don't see how they tied at number 3 and being that low. Because at the gate, they had dominated everybody that they played through the 6 games. How is they tied and they shown the ability of putting up 50 points and dominate everyone they played? They mostly blow out everyone that stepped on the field with them. I don't see how they that low or tied with Georgia. And Georgia just lost. And I feel like Ohio State is better than Georgia. But Georgia's a good team. Don't get me wrong with that, but Ohio State better than them. At the gate, they put up a lot of points, and they've been a blowout since game 1. And I don't see how they tied at 3 or anything. I don't see how they is that low. I don't see how they not number 2. They played better than Clemson. Clemson could have lost a couple games. They got lucky and pulled them off. They've been up and down, and Ohio State been consistent.
To have them as the number 1 team in the country. I mean, dominate the line of scrimmage. They got a dominant quarterback. They finally had a little bit of adversity versus a pretty good Michigan State team and answered the bell right away and hit them upside the head with a frying pan. I mean, what haven't you seen from Ohio State for them not to be number 1 in the country?
I agree with you. I don't mind the number 3 tie right now. I think you sort of answered your own question. You say, what haven't you seen from Ohio State? I think the only thing you haven't seen is them go against a top-tier football team. Michigan State is an okay football team. They're a top 25 football team. There is one real team on Ohio State's schedule, and they see them in a couple weeks, and that's Wisconsin. And I think that's when you answer a lot of questions about this Ohio State football team. Up until then, anywhere inside that top.
I get it. Alabama always been a dominant program. But who they played? They ain't play anyone either. People they have played, they blow them out. Just like Ohio State. But Alabama haven't played anyone themselves. I don't y'all get on the top spot because they had national championships under their belt. Just like Ohio State had championships under their belt. And Alabama been a dominant program under their belt. Ohio State been the same way. I don't see how y'all said y'all don't know who Ohio State played. Who Alabama had played up to this point. It's been an easy schedule for them. Who they played through these little 6 games they've been on. Who have they played? Y'all doing it because they had multiple national championships. That's the only reason they is number 1. Because they haven't played anyone themselves. Ohio State played some great teams. Y'all said Michigan State is an okay team, but they was ranked and they beat them. That's why they should be at the top spot. Alabama ain't really played no ranked team. Besides, what, Texas A&M? That ain't nobody. Just like I said, Michigan State ain't nobody.
5 is fine with me, simply because we've seen Georgia beat Notre Dame, who is a good football team. We've seen LSU beat Texas, who is a good football team. And so that's the only reason to me that it really doesn't matter at this stage where these teams are in that top 5. But we'll see moving forward where that is.
So, Joey, who have you seen Alabama and Clemson beat that's a good football team? You just gave me 3, 4, and 5. 3, 3, and 5, excuse me.
Yeah.
You just gave me 3, 3, and 5 who had quality good wins, but 1 and 2 don't have a quality win yet. So why can't I have those teams that have somewhat quality wins ranked over the top of the teams that don't have any?
You absolutely can. You just said, what haven't we seen from Ohio State?
My point exactly. Who have they played? Clemson almost lost to North Carolina. Alabama ain't played nobody. They had a weak schedule. They haven't played anyone either. Clemson didn't either. Clemson almost lost a couple games. And they still at number 2. They came close to almost lose some of their games, especially against North Carolina. They haven't played nobody either.
Answering that question. And so if you asked me what haven't we seen from Alabama, the same answer would apply. We haven't seen them play a top tier team. And so Clemson, they did play Texas A&M, which is a pretty good football team, but we haven't seen them play their best football either. And so that's why I say, really, when you look at this top 5, you could put these teams anywhere in that top 5 and it'll shake itself out. It'll work itself out as we move forward. But if you do ask, what haven't you seen from some teams, it's they haven't played a top team.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live